Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hawman's Advice Forum. I'm the Hawman, and we're going to answer all your questions from Ask Me Anything that I posted on July 15th, and today's the 27th. So that's about almost 2 weeks ago. But I finally moved into my new place, luxury apartment. And if you've ever been in these luxury apartments, it's kind of like being in a hotel where you don't really get to know any of your neighbors, but it's really nice inside. And that's what I feel like right now. So let's answer all your questions. First question by Reagan. You say, I would also agree that the C virus, I'm using C virus so that YouTube doesn't censor this video, didn't make society fall, but rather showed what was failing in society already. It's surprising how, to me, there are other problems such as obesity, sedentary lifestyles, lack of human connection, and wasting time. But people think by getting their hot pockets and binge watching Netflix, they're doing their part by staying at home. What is ignored by the news can be just as important, if not greater, than was covered in the news. I know I've asked a similar question, but why do people seem to freak out when there's a virus with a 1% mortality rate? Keep in mind that the C virus has existed since the 1950s. It's simply mutated through time. Wonder why there was no reaction years ago, but throughout my life, people care less about kids getting overstressed in school, sleep deprivation, obesity, alcohol, and drug usage, and the list goes on and on. To me, there are much greater issues at hand, but it seems like the media is indeed the message, and all it took was the news to pound this narrative into people 24/7. Also, sorry if this post is too long. And you have to understand, so I'm going to kind of answer your question and just kind of tell you my thoughts as well. I remember, like, my cell phone, there would be a pop-up notification from Google Chrome or whatever telling me about, the coronavirus rates are so bad or something like that, or death rate is so bad. And I'm thinking, I didn't ask for this pop-up shit. And that's kind of, so they're trying to scare you at all avenues, from YouTube, on your cell phone, kind of like one of those Amber Alert type deals. And because they don't do that with like obesity, they don't do that with drugs, they don't do that with like alcohol. People are freaked out because they think that this is something that they don't have the capacity to understand. So what they're going to do is give their agency away to so-called quote experts who are pretty much shills to the people in charge. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you answered the question. It's pretty much the news media. It's the same reaction that Dr. Drew had in the very beginning of COVID. And then I think he kind of switched his tone because he got criticized and he became like a flip-flopper. But I totally agree with his initial reaction where he's like, no, this isn't that big of a deal. And, listen to Fauci. And then Fauci was a flip-flopper too. It's just people are ignorant, and it's really easy to control ignorant people. I mean, these are the same dumb people who will happily scorch down McDonald's, Starbucks, some of the worst foods you can imagine. They wonder why they're overweight. And this is why dumb people are dangerous to society, because with dumb people, when you introduce bad ideas, they're going to be like the first ones to champion it. And then when you introduce them to like common sense ideas, they're going to act like you're a moron. And that's pretty much it. It's just, there's like different parts of the equation. But the first part is that there's a dumbing down process in the schools. So once they get out of school, they're just really fucking dumbed down. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really, really dumbed down. And they don't have like a capacity to think for themselves. So they just kind of, just kind of repeat the talking points of what the official narrative is. And that's unfortunate, right? So you got to be a strong person in the society just to make it. And even before COVID, living in society was really hard. People don't care about each other. People don't help each other. And when you say that the coronavirus didn't make society fall, but it showed the weaknesses. That's what Peter Schiff said too. Like he talked about, he talks about economics, and he says that the coronavirus didn't cause the economy to crash. It was going to crash anyways. It was just like a pin in like a balloon. It exposed the weak point. And and that's pretty much it. It's just, a society without any foundations or morals or teaching its citizens or tribe members basic skills, and then having it blasted through the media that we're all going to die, so people think that we're all going to die, which may happen. I mean, collapse may happen, but I still think that there's a more rational way to react to it rather than just stay home and do nothing and not even go to work. But yeah. So I hope I answered your question. I don't know if I did. I guess my short answer is it's just because the media has scared people, and most people are so dumbed down that they just can't. They just accept it, whatever's told to them by the news. All right, next question by Ryan Boone. Where are you moving? What's your girlfriend like? How did you get her? Do you like first-person shooters? What is your favorite meal? How do we make people care about society's problems? Are you happy in life right now? So let's go. First one, where are you moving? I already moved. I moved to a city 15 minutes away. I was actually looking for another place to live, and then I saw like a luxury apartment. Just driving, and I was like, whoa, that looks kind of new. That's pretty cool. And then I looked it up online, and I was like, oh, it's like $1,200 a month. I can totally afford that now, even though like 2 or 3 years ago, I couldn't even afford like $300, $400 a month. And then, yeah, so, I just kind of got sick and tired of having roommates. I got sick and tired of people and their insecurities about how they think they're going to die from corona. And so I was like, screw that. I'm just going to live by myself and live life on my own terms, right? I get to do the juicing and use the kitchen however the fuck I want. A lot of people, and here's the honest to God truth, they get so worried and worked up about corona. And then I always see them eating like a pack of like instant noodles every single day. And these aren't like college students. These are like post college age or whatever you want to call it. Like people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And it's just like, dude, bro, like what the fuck? Like, do you really care about your health? Or do you want to just freak out just because the news tells you to, right? But, yeah, I just couldn't stand it anymore that people were just kind of, I don't want to, like, be near anybody else's anxieties. And I want to do what's best for myself and live life on my own terms. So now I got, like, a big bathroom, a big kitchen, a big living room, and a big, pretty decent sized bedroom. Not the biggest, but I'm good, And I'm like, fuck, man. I ain't gonna do this roommate shit anymore. I ain't gonna do it because it's just like, if you have roommates and you ain't the owner, well, even if you are the owner, it's just there's just an inconvenience just having other people around who don't live or agree with the same lifestyle as you. And when I mean agreed, that they don't follow it, right? So I already moved 15 minutes away from where I used to live. Well, what's my girlfriend like? My girlfriend is like any other girl. She's a girl. How did you get her? I just talked to her out of the blue. Do you like first person shooters? No. What is your favorite meal? Probably just carrot juice, carrot apple, but it's not. I'm so used to it that it's kind of like water to me, Where I've had it so many times where it doesn't have that same like sensational taste that I first had when I first had it. But that's just food in general to me. Like I don't get excited by food anymore. You know what I mean? But nothing will be exciting to you as you get older, and that's just kind of like you have to kind of accept it. I feel like you being excited about the things you do is a sign that you've not entered what would you call it, like maturity in life, right? So I guess my favorite meal, like I said, was just maybe glasses of carrot juice and some potatoes and flaxseed oil and stuff. I don't know. Very simple. Next question. How do we make people care about society's problems? This is something that I don't know how to answer because I feel like I've kind of given up on that, here's the funny thing. You look at the statistics, most people are not making it. Most people are overweight. Most people are broke. Most people are something, most people, they're unhealthy. They don't know how to take care of themselves. So I don't know. How do we make people care about society's problems? And something I guess I was more passionate about before, but I feel like as I got older, I'm just like every man for himself. Because I've been preaching and ranting about this shit for like 10 years. What feels like, and just can't. I don't know. I just haven't been able to get people to listen, which kind of sucks. Am I happy in life right now? No, I don't think I'm okay, but I'm not like happy. I guess I was just always bummed out that um, I never have real friends after graduating high school. And I know I talked about that a lot. But no, I'm not really happy right now, but my life is comfortable. Okay? All right. So, this is the Ha Man here again with another video. If you have any thoughts, comments, below, and I'll see you guys next time.